Welcome back to you, good viewer. This is the Skyrider, and we're outside the Earth Tower, about to head in for lots of fun and games. Can you tell I'm being slightly sarcastic here? Once again, good viewer, I have failed to upload as regularly as I would have liked. Down you go. Hide the body. And apologies for that, because I have an actual reason this time, good viewer, so don't unsub. For those of you who know the Let's Player Silversleet, he approached me to do a co-op LP with several other Let's Players, namely Cuddle of Death and Frozen Train. And what the four of us were going to do, we were going to do a co-op LP of Rayman Origins, because the game advertised itself as having 4-player co-op. However, what we didn't realise was that this co-op was not online, but rather local, and naturally, because we're all in, well, the four of us are spread off over 3 different countries, that presents something of an issue. So I thought I was going to be able to direct you to that this week, but unfortunately not, so apologies again for that. However, we hope to do stuff together in the future. So, if I know more, I will let you know about that. But, oh well, there we go. That's for future times. For now, let's return to good old thievery, and do so by reading a book. Cool earth wraps tightly around us. Constrictive veins of tower tunnels caress beating heart of grinding rock. In mastery of my element, I leap from stone to falling stone. Boulders float as feathers. Scribble poetry, Adept Aaron's notebook. Good old poetry about the earth. You know, good viewer, some have called me a poet. Before now, that I have poetic skills. It appears that I'm a poet. I just wasn't aware of the fact. But then, I do like to rhyme when I have a free moment. Take you out. Good. Okay. So, we'll dump you over in the corner here. I'm glad we managed to do that quickly, because sometimes getting into this room can be a pain, because you're standing in the doorway there, and it's quite a bit of light, so if the chap walks past the door, then he'll start coming after you. And then, equally, you also have these mushrooms, or that mushroom on the floor, which actually spreads quite a lot of light around the place. So you need to be careful that the mages don't see you. So, this is... careful. There we go. Ooh, this could prove problematic. Just hide here. Hopefully he won't see me. Okay, good. And climb up, and down you go. Good. So as I explained last time, good viewer, each of these, each of the 4 towers, of the 4 elemental towers, is kind of constructed in a similar way, in that they all have this, you know, they all have that sort of tunnel thing sticking out of this main room, which leads back down to the lobby, which again they all have. And in this case, you know what, good viewer, something has just occurred to me. Normally we'd have to do, like, the whole platforming thing to get across here, but it's just occurred to me, we have a rope arrow. So we can just use that to climb up here. Saves us so much time. In all my years of playing this game, I've literally realised that for the first time doing that now. I am a genius. Is that something, or is that... no, that's just a bit of rock. Okay, next level. So... now, we always have to be careful around here, because with the Earth Tower, there's lots of stuff. There's lots of, like... There's no real way to put out light in this place. Because it's covered with mushrooms. I hear a mage. I like the echoey voices of the mages, it must be said. Makes them sound a bit more ominous. Where's Neville? There's Neville.
The wind has deceived me.
The bastard. Go over to the air tower and, like, chat to them about the wind deceiving you. And down you go. Good. Yes, you have to be careful, because naturally it's actually quite easy to get spotted in these places. So, my advice with the Earth Tower is to progress slowly. Okay, next level. And the levels get, in my opinion, progressively harder as you go up the tower. Hide in this corner. That's the annoying thing, is you can't necessarily tell if they're on this level or the level above you. Fortunately, that chap is on this level. That was rather funny. He was going, bonk! Okay, that's the next level. We'll scout around a bit. Boxes. Is that an arrow? Yes, it is an arrow. Ooh, a rope arrow. And a moss arrow. We're going to be needing moss arrows for later on. Ah, yes. Now, that door, good viewer, is something we'll come back to later on. It'll be rather useful, I'll tell you that much. And I believe that's full circle. Yes, it is. Okay, next level. Now, careful here. Yes. Each of the, with the possible exception of the water tower, I would say that each of the three towers provides its own challenge, because you have the Earth Tower here, down you go, which provides the challenge of, you know, like, you have to be a bit more stealthy. You can't just, like, darken the whole room and just run around like a madman and knock everybody out. You've got to actually find the right places, wait in the right places, and knock out the chaps with some level of skill, if I do say so myself. More moss arrows. You can't just run around like a madman. Okay. Now, this is the last bit, good viewer, and it's also the hardest. Sorry, good viewer, something's just occurred to me, which I think I may need to do, IRL, lol, for the win. So I will BRB, IRAFK, Rufflecopter. And I'm back, good viewer. This is the Skyrider... No, wait, I've already done that bit. Okay, and... Sorry, my computer was just making a very peculiar noise then. Okay.
Feel the countless waters.
Oh, wait a minute.
See the vast earth, and burn in eternal fires.
There's a bit of a shadow that I was... There. There we go. Okay. Now... This place is, this next room, good viewer. Well, you'll see why in a minute, but I've just got to find the right time to head up.
I shall walk the path until my return to the eternal fire.
I'll give you eternal fire, mate. I'll give you much more than eternal fire. I'll give you... He saw me, didn't he? Son of a bitch, he saw me. This is why I hate this bloody bit. Because it's bloody impossible to do anything.
The eternal fire will reclaim you.
Of course it will, mate. Now he's going to find me, isn't he?
The intruder eludes me for now.
Come on, turn around. Turn around.
Escape while you can.
Run.
Be left alone. I will shall overtake you.
turn around every now and then. Ugh, I hate this bloody room, good viewer. It's like...
Return to the eternal fire.
Yeah, you missed me. I hate this bloody room, good viewer. It's impossible to do anything without being seen. Okay, that's an exaggeration.
You cannot run from your fate.
Leave us while you can.
I'm trying to leave you, but you bastards won't let me go. I'm getting mixed messages from you.
Not sheltered forever.
To hide in the shadows.
You may return to
Return to the
but time is
eternal
on my
fire.
side.
Yeah, come on. Ah! Still, at least it's only earth mages, good viewer. If you get hit by the crushing vines as I just did then,
Eternal fire
get
will
slowed down.
reclaim you.
For God's sake, it's impossible to hide in this room. And because there's two of them, they're both bound to see you.
I call upon the elements to smite you.
I'll call upon your mother, mate, in a minute. Where's the other one? There's the other one, for God's sake. This is getting
The
silly.
darkness will not protect you for long.
Come on.
I have eternity. You out.
Ooh, I got him! Yay! Okay, that's one. As you can see, Gidgeo, this room is filled with mushrooms.
The intruder eludes me for now.
Nasty glowing mushrooms. And so therefore, it's just bloody
The
impossible.
shadows reveal your cowardice, intruder.
I see what you did there. No. Fuck.
I shall steal your breath away, thief.
Yes, it could be worse, Gidgeo, or I could be facing off against
Feel the sting of my
mages that are much more deadly than this, because actually the fire mages shoot, you guessed it, fireballs, and they actually hurt. The vines don't really do that much, thankfully, so...
call upon the elements to smite you. Prepare yourself for death, intruder.
Tch. Stuck in the pillar.
I have eternity to seek you.
An
No.
unseen foe strikes at me.
Ugh.
Your fate is a hurricane that cannot be outrun.
Okay. Okay.
You may have returned to darkness, but time is
Right. Back in this corner. He's not going to find me here. Like I said, viewer, each time you move up some stairs, it gets harder and harder. Giggity. And I just... it's this bloody room always gets me. I hate the way it's designed. Which is not to say that it's designed badly, it's just frustrating. Okay, he's not going to find me here. Because, as I said, there are very few hiding spots. And it's just getting up there, because you're essentially running into this room blind, because you can't really tell. Unless you memorise the patrol routes and can judge by the sound, but even then, you know, that's no guarantee. You know, so you're essentially running up into the room blind. And you can, like, just stand behind that pillar, but then, you know, they can see you from there as well, and it's just like... And because there's two of them and they're weaving in and out of all the pillars, it's just a real bastard to do. Got you, you wanker. Okay. Okay, thankfully, however, good viewer, that's the last room of the tower. Well, I say the last room of importance, shall I say. Because now, we just have another bit of platforming to do, which involves a lot of rope arrows. And you want to be careful here, good viewer. If and when you can, you should always try to reclaim your rope arrows, because you'll want to, if you get stuck in a pit without a rope arrow, then you're screwed, basically. Ooh, a chest. I wonder what could be in that chest that is so important to be stored so high up in this tower. I do wonder. Climb up, grab the rope arrow back, fall back down, grab another rope arrow, shoot another rope arrow. Let the rope arrow fall. Climb up the rope arrow. Fail to climb up the rope arrow. Climb up the rope arrow again through some sort of glitch. Jump off the rope arrow. Reclaim the rope arrow. Say the words rope arrow so much that they lose all meaning. You can just jump across this pit. Like, for example, if you get stuck in that pit without a rope arrow, good viewer, then you may as well restart the entire mission. Fall down this hole. Shoot another rope arrow. I mean, you know, as you can see, I've got like 4 or 5, and I've reclaimed all the ones I've used, so it's not that much of a problem. Fall down, another rope arrow, another moss arrow, and the air key, good viewer. Excellent. The key to the 3rd tower. Can't remember if I mentioned this before, good viewer, but one little interesting note. He says interesting note. It's more just like a fanboy observation. Is that you do the 4 towers of this mission in Thief as in the same order as you do the elemental lighthouses in Golden Sun. Again with the zooming up the rope arrow glitch. There we go. Okay. Jump across and fall down. There we go. Okay, now time to start making our way all the way back down. Well, not all the way back down. That's not quite accurate. I'll show you. I'll show you something else, good viewer. Where am I going? I'm just running around randomly here, but unfortunately I've got all the guards, so that's not really a problem. Here we go, down we go here, the crates, la-di-da-di-da, here we go. And you can also get back down to the first level. That's the level where you first got up to after the room with all the floating rocks. And you use this lever, and you're out of the Earth Tower, and into this place. Okay, now first of all we're going to put out some torches. Shot. Because as we can hear, the whistling of deadly sword wielders. And a bow wielder indeed. There we go. What this place is, good viewer, is it's yeah, just dump them there. No one else is going to come through here. It's a way to get back from the elemental towers to the main tower. As you can see here on the wall, it's got brown, which indicates the Earth Tower. You can see red over there for fire, blue over there for water, and grey over there for Earth. And what you can do is get back into the main tower here, and this part of the tower will become relevant later on. However, good view, we're on tile right now. So this is a way, it means that you can go down. It basically means, good viewer, that you don't have to go all the way from the top of an elemental tower all the way back down to another one. You can get out an easier route. Unfortunately, you can't use it to go into the other towers. Those doors, there's one in each of the 4 towers, but they only open one way. At least I think there's one in the water tower. Can't remember, never really bothered for obvious reasons. I wonder what this scroll says. 8 old men up in a tower, 8 old men, only one with power. Turn away from the hand with the sword, count 7 and find your reward. These mages do like their poetry, don't they? There's that poem yet again. No. No. Okay, we're gonna have to pick this. Ooh, incidentally, good viewer, just thought a story I'd share with you, is, I met Zach Braff yesterday, who, for those of you who don't know, he plays, probably most famous for playing JD on Scrubs, the main character of Scrubs. And here we are back on the Staircases of Doom. And that was really, really cool. I went into London for a rehearsal, and turns out I wasn't actually needed. So, naturally, being the actor that I am, I thought, you know what, I'll go and see a show. So I went to see All New People, which is Zach Braff's new comedy, which I wanted to go and see. And it's really, really good, because it's just it was such a great mix of comedy and poignancy. Money! Ooh, we're almost at our target, excellent. So we want the air tower. That's the fire tower, so where's the air tower? Now that's the earth tower, I think. And if I remember correctly, the earth and air and fire and water towers are directly opposite one another, so let's head this way. But yeah, it was really, really cool, and I hung out by the stage door afterwards and got a picture with him and stuff, so got his autograph, etc. So that was all very cool. He's a very nice chap, he seemed, genuinely appreciative of, when I complimented his writing, because he also wrote the play, and just, as I said, it was just such a great mix of the funny and the serious. It's brilliant. I was talking to someone the other day about the theatre, and she was saying that this was talking to Cuddle of Death, actually, for those of you who know her. Here we are in the air tower, Tower the Third. And she was saying that, like, where she lives, people don't really go to the theatre that much, which she thinks is a shame. I think that's what she said. I could be wrong. Apologies if I'm misquoting you, Cuddle. Okay, take out this mage in the lobby. It's caught on the pillar, and down he goes. And here, good viewer, we have the fourth type of elemental arrow, a gas arrow. Very useful, very expensive. If you want to buy them, they cost like 500, I believe, which is, very, very expensive. But they're also very useful. Basically, you shoot a gas arrow, and it knocks people out. Now, good viewer, this is the reason we bought and picked up all of the moss arrows. Because as I'm sure you can hear, this lobby is crawling with tile. Careful. So, I'm just going to put... Yeah, he heard me, damn it. But, good for me, we can just absolutely litter this floor with moss. Ooh.
To hide in the shadows is to reveal your fear, intruder.
Mate, you can control the elements. You can shoot me with lightning, or choke me with vines, or shoot me with fire. At best, I can just knock you out and give you a knock on the head.
There is a disturbance.
No, there isn't.
Nothing.
As you can see, I've used up pretty much half my moss arrows already, but it's worth it. Because this room is impossible to do without this much moss arrows. Gotcha. Right. Okay. Now all I need to do is take out the other chap. You might think it's a bit excessive, but it gives me freedom to move about, and, to be, as I said earlier in the mission, I believe, I'm not really going to be using the moss arrows for anything else, or for much else at least, so I think it's useful, and, no point in letting the moss arrows go to waste. Okay, now this tower, good viewer, in terms of navigating it, it's easier than the Earth Tower, but unfortunately the Earth Tower doesn't have tile. Well, unfortunately, what am I talking about? Fortunately, the Earth... trust me to pick the hard route when there's stairs right there. The Air Tower is crawling with tile. The Earth Tower is just crawling with light. And... oh, no, bugger. Having to wait. And up we go. Unfortunately, this isn't tile, good viewer, but as I said, each of the towers has like a thing that's hard. Fuck.
Be still.
Don't want to be still. Want to run away. Want to run far away. Unfortunately, this tower is also, you know, electrically lit and very brightly lit. So, however, with that guard, good viewer, we're just going to ignore them. Run through here. And here we are. Eek, back on tile. And jump. And off. And no, missed. Because you do have to be careful, good viewer, because you can actually quite easily kill yourself on these things if you're not careful. But simple though it may be, the atmosphere of the air tower and the way that you go about it, I like it. I certainly prefer it to the Earth Tower. It's probably easier than the Earth Tower, I would say. Simply because the Earth Tower is sort of all twists and turns, and it, as I said, like, you know, that last bloody room with the pillars, I just hate that room. Can't do it properly, ever, really. It's just the one of those things in the thief missions. Okay, we'll wait for this platform. I think you can get crushed by the platforms as well, good viewer, so be careful not to stand directly under them. Shh. And wait for it, and up we go. It's just sort of nice and relaxing, the air tower. Okay, we don't want to go there. Rather all the way up here. There, missed it. You see, in Thief 2, good viewer, you get different sorts of potions. Specifically, you get a potion known as a slow fall potion. 3 guesses what that does. So here, you know, in this place, this would prove incredibly useful for obvious reasons. And wait for it. I've screwed this up before. There we go. Last lift. So yeah, other than those two, in fact those, well, there's that third guard that you saw, but he's quite easy to avoid. And here we are, in the air sanctuary, or whatever you want to call it. Nice little observatory. And I like this place. You know, there's no guards, it's all peaceful, and you get to see the stars, which I love. Always had a great love of the stars. There's something relaxing about this combination of music and stargazing. It's beautiful. Anyway, yeah, it's proof that you don't necessarily need the most amazing graphics in the world to do things that are beautiful. Anyway, okay, good viewer. Now, this bit admittedly can be quite annoying. What you want to do is this. You get both of the telescopes down like that, and you go to unlock the chest. However, as you can see, good viewer, it doesn't last. Not sure exactly why they did this. I suppose it is something of a challenge to be able to, because you have to unlock the thing under pressure. But it did just seem a bit weird, because there's no penalty other than time lost for failing to open the chest. But oh well, it's a nice little touch, something that doesn't really appear elsewhere. And there's the fire key, good viewer. The last of the elemental towers that we will go to. However, good viewer, that is an expedition we will save for another time. And for now, we will just enjoy the night sky, beautiful as it is. lovely. And I'll leave you to your stargazing, good viewer, and you leave me to mine. Thank you as always, good viewer. I will do my best to get episodes out more frequently. I know I've said that before, but it is still on my mind, so apologies again. But for now, just enjoy the stars. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Skyrider. Farewell until we meet again.